Every day is a new day. Every day you learn different things, and there's definitely life lessons, you learn out of every situation. So I'm coming out training camp and everything, happy that I got the opportunity.
I think we should put Shedeur Sanders on the practice squad. So here we are after a very eventful weekend, the end of preseason. Waivers have been claimed, the wires closed. I haven't made a video today. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to kind of let all the news come out today. So I'm here on stream recording this video, and it seems that Shedeur Sanders, firmly in the QB3 spot, has another quarterback to worry about in Bailey Zappe. Now, I'm not sure if that's that serious, but he definitely got to worry about Deshaun Watson because he got the towel wrapped around his head. He moving around like someone who doesn't have an exploded foot and or Achilles. What did he hurt the last time? I forgot. I honestly forgot what he hurt the last time. But he looks like he wants to play some football. So we're going to talk about a few things. We're going to talk about the two different quarterbacks and what those means to the narrative. And obviously a few clips of Shedeur just slinging. How is he feeling? Is he feeling good? Is he feeling nice? Is he throwing it? Does the ball look good? So we're going to check that out. And then Bailey Zappe, speak about him. And really what this confirms is Tony Grossi is an absolute idiot. But we already knew that because obviously I remember when Tony Grossi was calling for Tyler Huntley should be the quarterback 3. Actually, I think we should put Shedeur Sanders on the practice squad. So that's what he said. So he's an idiot. Welcome Bailey Zappe to the practice squad. I would get on DeVito because of something else, but we're going to let him live because I like DeVito. And then if we have time, Dan Orlovsky, everybody's favorite quarterback that was infamous for running out of the back of the end zone, is going to tell us what was so wrong about Shedeur. And he does believe that he could be a pro eventually, but he thinks he's very far behind. So let's start with some eye candy. Forget all that other stuff. How about 12? Is he spinning it? Is that what he do? That's all I care about, man. Everybody talk about this or that, and you know what I'm saying, whether you agree on who's what and what's what. All I know is that boy 12, he like ball, man. He like to spin that thing, man. And I don't know how you can be mad at somebody who likes to spin it. Here they are throwing things in a bucket. You feel me? Joe Flacco, big boy vet, puts that thing up there. Beautiful little spiral. No pay dirt. DG, the human computer, QB2. He puts it up there. Tight, beautiful, little too much sauce. Now, nobody overreact here, right? 1, 2, smooth operator. Yeah, I mean, y'all know, he's just magical. He's going to make magic happen, right? And if I could put an end to the preseason, because we already, that my last thing I'm going to say about the preseason and Shedeur, he's a guy that wants to make magic happen. Now, whether that's good or bad, you can think about that. But he always wants to make magic happen. And you give him enough time, man, he going to make some magic happen, right? Now, is that going to work immediately in the NFL? Maybe he has to learn to put his wand down a little bit and trust his guys. Maybe he'll get there. Actually, I'm confident that he'll get there. But for what it stands right now, he wants to be a guy that makes a big play, and I can't hate him for that. I can't hate him because I love when big plays are made, and that man 12 makes it amazing. Like, yeah, that's one thing y'all ain't gonna get me to not like about Shedeur Sanders. I'll tell you what, prime time made it a show. That boy Shedeur Sanders gonna make it a show, man. Hey, good, bad, indifferent. You know what I'm saying? That goes back to the Jackson State days. That goes back to the Colorado days. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was joking and ha-haing about 4 and 8. But I know y'all was staying up to 3 a.m. watching that North Dakota State game. I know you was up till 3 a.m. watching both of those Colorado State classics, ESPN classics. I know you was up to 7 a.m. talking about Baylor versus Colorado last year. Look, man, when 12's on the field, magic's going to happen. So I don't even care, dog. They're calling him QB3. I say just give it time because he's feeling nice. He's feeling good. You know what I'm saying? So if you ask me, Tings, why aren't you up here yelling about the things? Well, first of all, I did yell a few days ago. But why aren't you continuing yelling about what the Browns are doing and this and that? Because the preseason's over. That's done. It's a whole new world. You see, when you make the team and you QB3, Hey, he a hop, skip, and a jump away from making that team. Everybody has a clock on Joe Flacco, right? This is where I'm gonna end this. I want y'all to know everybody has the clock on Joe Flacco. The question isn't if Joe Flacco is going to finish the season. It's when is he going to be benched? That's been the conversation. So before he was even named QB1, well, the idea is, you let Joe Flacco come in, get you to the Bengals, get you to a few weeks, then you have a rookie come out, right? That was the idea. It made even more sense if you had someone like Kenny Pickett right there because, then you can go from, not Shedeur, Joe Flacco to either Dylan Gabriel with Kenny Pickett behind or Shedeur behind or vice versa, right? Or you can have another veteran in the room. At this point, I want it to be known that if it happens and Dylan Gabriel becomes the guy, God forbid it's injury, right? It's a whole different conversation. And it's really just Dylan in Shedeur. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Stefanski said Shedeur is the emergency quarterback right now, right? So I want everybody to know that this is the regular season. In the same way that he wasn't supposed to be starting that first preseason game and lit it up, I'm telling y'all, 12 is here for the moments. You don't need to give him much. He gonna make magic happen. You're gonna be there watching, man. But let's talk about some narratives, man. That's all the football we got. I do want y'all to be reminded that, like my man Daniel was so gracious to remind us, they are in what they call regular season rules. So the media can't they can't record anything that's actually competitive, right? So like the same thing with the joint practices. It's the same reason why joint practices you didn't get to see. Well, you weren't supposed to. Obviously, people film and people still get footage out, but you're not supposed to film competitive portions of it. And then obviously regular season, they can only really show individual drills, some small stuff, maybe post practice. So that's what you're seeing there. Just so y'all know what it's going to be looking like film wise from camp specifically. Well, it's just practice now, not camp. Anyway, so it's the big news, man. That man 4. Hey, the man that literally ruined, I want to make sure y'all understand this, ruined fully guaranteed contracts for every other quarterback in the NFL. Yes, there's proof, there's filings of it. So if y'all don't think that the NFL can collude, right? Because I'm firm on that, because there is proof because of Deshaun Watson's contract that NFL teams colluded against Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, just anybody else who signed a big boy contract. That's why you very rarely you saw fully guaranteed it like his contract is, because he's got all this money. He's doing all this. Boy, hey, I hate to do it. I gotta keep hitting y'all with basketball. He's Ben Simmons. He's Ben Simmons, guys. Can we be honest? And I'm a Texans fan. Y'all see what's on the... Wait, hold up. Y'all see this? They call us the fake Oilers. That's what I like to call it, Titans. They call us the fake Oilers. Even though, I'm a Texans fan. Right? I experienced this. A part of my childhood is linked with this man. All right? Whether you feel like he did what he did, how he did it, or whatever. Okay? But, man, if he wasn't good at football, boy, I'm just saying. I remember when he got kicked in the eye in the playoff, and he got the dirt out of his eye and then threw the touchdown. I was like, this is the greatest good breathing. Like, oh, my God. So, I wasn't a fan of us losing him. Right now, obviously, the things that he's been accused of, hey, nasty, dirty man, nasty, not great. I don't like it. Okay, but I only say all that to say, like, the fall off has just been absurd. Like, he looks like a whole new person, and now you want me to be hyped up and excited because he's jumping around and okay, he's looking good, he's throwing spot. Guys, the last time we saw him healthy, he looked ass. Like, why are we not going to acknowledge that? It's not, oh my God, Deshaun Watson, such a bad person. We don't have to get there. We don't even have to forget all that. I ain't even going to have that conversation. The last time he played healthy was awful. So what are y'all excited for? Y'all, hey, Browns, y'all need to be working on how can we get this contract that's so bad that the NFL colluded against players to not allow other people deserving MVP players to get guaranteed contract. That is what y'all need to be worried about. Getting this off your books. Talk about asset management. It made no sense to me. You brought in 8 different quarterbacks in the offseason with a 17th right here who costs more than he doesn't cost more, but is literally his contract is worse than almost anything else in the history of the NFL for the value that you're getting. Don't stop. Ben Simmons, don't. Please. Let's see if he can actually come back. I don't want to hear this, dog. I really don't. As a Texans fan, I don't want to hear it. Now, let's talk about some other things that happened. So, Browns have signed quarterback Bailey Zappe to the practice squad. Now, the only reason why this is significant, is he an Arizona State guy? I don't know. I'm not going to fact check myself, but I do know he did play for the Patriots. He was not supposed to be the truth, but definitely a young guy that they thought could, make something shake up. I think he went for the small school. The chat's probably saying that. I'm not even looking at the chat. So let me put the chat back. I'll apologize. But so Bailey Zappe goes to the practice squad. The only reason why this is significant to me is because everybody's favorite doofus in Cleveland media, Tony Grossi, was tweeting out. Y'all remember right after the game, his QB3 is Tyler Huntley. He wanted him to bring him back. He thought Shedeur Sanders should be brought back on the practice squad. Just give the guy a chance. And this is what I'm talking about like the overreaction. Like, how long have y'all been watching football? I promise you, you can look like I promise you that could happen. It's happened plenty of times. Mark Andrews, we just watched an all-pro tight end drop the simplest pass he's ever gotten, the simplest touchdown he's probably ever gotten thrown in his life. You might look bad some days. You might be frazzled. You might be trying to make some magic happen. You know what? 12 trying to make some magic happen. To throw it all the way and to think that, he's just damaged goods to the point that Tyler Huntley, who, congratulations to Tyler Huntley. Everybody likes Tyler Huntley. He did get picked up by Baltimore. I mean, that's a match made in heaven because he does he gives their defense a good look at running quarterbacks. And obviously he started in place of Lamar Jackson. So he's a guy that knows that off. Like everybody loves Tyler Huntley. I gotta be honest with you. At this point, he's just dope. He's a dog. Everybody loves Tyler Huntley. Congratulations to him. But I just think it's so odd that old farts like Tony Grossi is having big problems. So Tony Grossi thinks the Browns could bring Tyler Huntley back to their practice squad and keep Shedeur Sanders on their 53-man roster. Now, I'm happy that he switched his tone because as you watch it, I'm going to get the tweet. Just listen to this.
I think Huntley is a possibility for the practice squad, okay? But that's kind of out of the Browns' control. Somebody may pick him up because quarterbacks are changing teams every hour, it seems. So if Huntley gets a deal to stay on someone's 53, he's going to take it. But if the next 48 hours pass and he's still unsigned, I would not be surprised if they sign him to their practice squad. Keep Shedeur on the 53, but you have that insurance of Huntley if things happen.
Have the insurance of Huntley. And then here is Tony Grossi talking about how much, I guess, he doesn't trust what Shedeur Sanders. Will the Browns trust Shedeur Sanders in that role? And this is what I'm talking about. Doesn't even know if Shedeur can be trusted as a QB3.
Hey, everybody. Tony Grossi here with the news that the Browns have traded Kenny Pickett to the Las Vegas Raiders for a 5th-round draft choice. Now, this is something I suggested this morning in a column on The Land on Demand. It makes perfect sense for the Browns, for Kenny Pickett, and for Dylan Gabriel, who has earned the respect of the coaches and his teammates to enter the season as the number 2 quarterback, first in line behind Joe Flacco. Now, what does this mean about QB3? Will the Browns trust Shedeur Sanders in that role, or might they bring back Tyler Huntley? I don't know, but They feel they're in competent hands with Joe Flacco, who's an Iron Man, and Dylan Gabriel, again, who has proven he's advanced enough to start his rookie season as a number.
He has proven that he can shake off pick sixes and fumbles. And, that's what's great. That's what's great about having the mind of Dylan Gabriel, right? Because, when you sit in there and you realize that the way he throws pick sixes, it's just different, right? The way that he, has terrible footwork on a handoff to fumble, it's just another level, right? This supercomputer individual, okay, is somebody who's going to just change the world of the Browns. If I'm being honest with you, right? If I'm being honest with you, how about we just say, Joe Flacco, hey, we're cool. Go home. We got it. DG, all 5'8" of him. He's gonna go out there. He's gonna look Trey Hendrickson in his fucking eyes and say, "You overpaid pale prick. I'm running a ball down your fucking throat right now." Because that's how Dylan Gabriel gets down. This is what they've been dealing with. This shit. This is what Browns, Joe Thomas, one of the greatest offensive tackles to ever grace football, had to deal with this. Tony Grossi. Well, I just think that I just don't even. Golly, we gotta be as disingenuous as possible. And before I end this, because I'm just end this here. The thing that makes me mad, I'm not mad about whatever about Shedeur. It's not even that. It's not even that. It's the gall. It's the gall of people to pretend all last week and this weekend that, and y'all know Tony Grossi been on this thing. Yeah, Dylan Gabriel, he just doesn't get enough attention. Why don't people talk about Dylan Gabriel? Well, Dylan Gabriel. Oh my God, people don't give Dylan Gabriel a fair shot. Blah, blah, blah. Dog, we watched y'all. Look us in the eye after a pick six and a phone. And again, I'm not mad at him. Those are mistakes. Those are good. I'm a Dylan Gabriel guy. I'm just saying it's absurd to hold Shedeur. Oh, wow, he does what he does in college. Needs to shape it up in a preseason game. Wow, better to do it there, right? But as if that erases all of the things that you saw, all the positives that you saw. I'm not saying that Dylan Gabriel isn't sharp. I'm not saying all those things. But we can't just also say that and not say that, hey, the handoff that's a discipline thing, right? The pick is a mindset thing, and he learned from it and improved. That's why I like DG. I'm a DG guy. I like Oregon. Shout out to Anthony Thomas. Shout out Marcus Mariota. You know what I'm saying? But it's just the absurdity for people to act like, act one way for somebody else. You act different for a whole nother situation. That's all I'm saying, man. But Tony Grossi is a clown, so it doesn't even matter, man. But y'all be great. Y'all be phenomenal. If you're watching this as a video, like it, dislike it, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. If you don't want to miss any football videos, go ahead, hit the bell icon. I think it'll inform you a little bit. But yeah, you're better than the business. You're the best in the business. All that fun stuff. Be great. Let me know if there's anything you want me to talk about down below in the comments. We'll see you next time. Peace.